Londres.
The clock is ticking on Britain's contributions to the EU budget. Just in the couple of seconds you've been watching so far, we've handed over something like £3,500 to Brussels. Our gross contribution last year was £19 billion. Now, to put that sum in context, it's enough to build and equip 200 state-of-the-art new hospitals every year. Or it's enough to give the entire country a 2/3 rebate on their council tax. Or look at it another way. Over the whole of the last Parliament, the austerity programmes collectively saved some £36 billion. And over that same period, we handed more than £85 billion to the EU. In other words, our tribute to Brussels was more than twice as much as we had saved across the whole of government spending with all of the cuts. Now, it is true that some of this money dribbles back to us. Our net contribution is only around £9 billion. But you know, that money that's being spent in the UK is not being spent as we would have chosen. It's very often going on schemes whose purpose is to advertise or aggrandise the European Union. Or it's going to purchase the loyalty of powerful and articulate interest groups who can then be relied on to support the European project. It's going to the consultants, the contractors, the big landowners getting money under the CAP, and to the NGOs and the charities. I mean, to pluck a figure more or less at random, Oxfam last year got £35 million from the EU. And that's the way in which Brussels seeks to buy a corpus of loyal organisations. And what are we getting in return? We're getting the privilege of having our law made secondary to the Brussels institutions. EU law has primacy on our territory. We're getting the privilege of belonging to the world's only stagnant trade bloc. We can't sign our own trade agreements with the growing economies across the oceans. And we're paying to lose our independence, to become a province of a larger European entity. Just in the time that I've been talking, we've handed over around £90,000. So I'm going to stop talking.